9 months ago, I posted a YouTube short saying that I've not been able to stop comparing myself to other people on social media. And I explained because I have been doing this since COVID and that I was jealous of people living my dream life. Then 6 months later, I posted a YouTube short saying that I've somewhat conquered this because of gratitude journaling. And in that video, I explained that I've been doing that every morning. Now, of course, I've been doing this till right now, but it's just that I write it before I go to sleep. But 3 months later, I fell back into the rut. I fell back into comparing myself with other people on social media, especially my lowest to their highest. Now, if you are somebody who compare yourself to other people on social media, especially your lowest or highest, then I want you to watch this video because I know you can relate to what I'm about to say. So it all started, like I said earlier, for this past 3 weeks, right, I'm not going to lie to you. I feel like my life has been not only boring, but also lonely. Because every day I wake up and on days where I have to go to work, I'll do my morning routine, eat, and sometimes I'll be able to make videos and go to work, come back, eat, chill, and sleep. And on days where I don't have work, I'll go to the gym, try to do something productive, like going for a walk, and then I will listen to my headphones and just watch videos, play music videos. And it's like me imagining myself in somewhere. Now this is something that I do not normally talk about, and no matter what somebody says about this addiction, right, I will literally cope with myself by saying that, this is what I do to feel alive. Some people will say that it's bad, but I don't really care at this point. And every day I wake up, I'll scroll on social media, and for these past 3 weeks, right, these are the 3 types of contents / stories I've been watching that just really makes me compare myself to other people. And the worst thing is that it just pisses me off. Not because, no, look, this is no disrespect to the types of stories or contents they're posting. It's just me. I make myself, by triggering myself when I watch this kind of contents. It's just like the book Marcus Aurelius. He said that you do not have control outside events, only your response towards the outside events. The first kind of people is those kind of people who started posting content 2 years, just 2 years, and make more money than I ever have. So I'll just give you an example. I'm pretty sure you do know this, okay? So it starts off with, hi, my name is Ethan, and I have grown to over 100,000 followers, but wait, and make over $42,000 a day. But it isn't like this. 2 years ago, I was a high school dropout, and I was working a 9 to 5, making less than $5 an hour. Then one day I discovered personal branding and started to make content. Every day I failed and tried, but eventually I make over 100,000 followers and eventually make over $42,000 a day. And then you see them flexing their cars, flexing their life in general. It just really pisses me off, man. Especially if they have their best friends along with. Well, that's even worse, because they will be literally flexing them, like doing anything and everything. Wow, 1 time is okay, 2 times never mind, 3 times what? I just really start to get pissed off. More than 4 times, wow, I'm just really like super jealous of them because I watch people who grow content, they'll literally tell me that, oh, you should be posting every single day, building more and more and more. And when I do that, right, I see the advice, I'm like, hey, hello. Then when you do it, how come it's success for you? See, it doesn't make sense. Then they'll sell a course or a mentorship. Because that's how they make money, ma. The second type of people is those kind of people that literally travel anywhere and everywhere. It's like their full-time job. You see, one day they can be literally at the base camp of Mount Everest. Then the next day, they'll be at Machu Picchu. Then the third day, they'll be at some like waterfall in Africa. Then the next day, they can be in Ha Long Bay, Vietnam. So I'm like, hello? And so I'm like, okay, it's nice that they're watching these kind of videos, but I'm just jealous that it's not me at all. And I'll get to you the third reason. The third type of content / stories that I've been watching, which is people I know from school. From secondary school, from IT, from tuition. I know that 90% of my schoolmates, they don't post about them in traveling. 90% of them will literally post one picture of them in some they'll be literally posting their water bottle like this with some dark aesthetic every 2 days. And then sometimes they'll be posting a picture of them like in a random, like some sea beaches everywhere. They just put the location. It's like suddenly then I'm like, the hell did I miss out on? And it's just been for the past couple of days, I just see them. They're all literally in China and Japan. And I'm like, how the hell are these guys even able to afford? Money's not the issue actually. You know what is the issue? It's the school. I don't know if it's just me or not, but it just feels like when you have school, you have zero ability to travel whenever you want. Because sometimes when you travel on these certain days, you have a test or you have a project or anything like that. It happened to me once. During the last term of IT. Okay, I don't think I want to share this. It's kind of like something I'm not really comfortable with. But you understand what I do mean, right? It's like seeing your classmate, right? They're suddenly they spawn in another country and you don't even know when they spawn. Especially when they're traveling with their friends / boyfriends or girlfriends. Those are the kind that I'm super duper jealous of. If they travel solo, right, that's fine. But recently, right, I was following one of these guys. This guy had a very big social media following. I think he has about 1 million or 4 million followers, and he's a photographer. So he will literally be posting pictures about his edits. Alright. So one day I happened to be so every day I would scroll on his social media and I'll see him appearing in. One day he was in Brazil. 1 week he's in Brazil. Next week he'll be in Chile. Something like that. Then I don't know why but suddenly when I saw that he was in China, I'm like, damn, it's nice. Then suddenly he posted a story in him in Seoul, South Korea. I'm like, wow, I cannot tahan already. I unfollow him. And look, it's not because I hate his work or anything like that. It's just because the fact that he can appear in a new country every week just pisses me off. Because I always ask myself, why is it not me? Look, I really don't mind traveling broke. Because I can still experience the best of the best, especially the natures. It literally costs $0 to experience nature. Okay, don't argue with me that oh, tour sneak costs $100. Don't argue with me like that, okay? I know some of you guys are probably going to comment on this, okay? So don't. And here was I. The reason why I just feel jealous is just because, why is it that my schoolmates, they can plan a trip, international trip to like Japan and China? Meanwhile, I can't even have friends. I can't even have friends who like plan like I don't even have a single friend who does that. I have never once traveled with my friends out of Singapore. Never. I mean, I did have one friend that we wanted to go to on international travel with, but we never. I can't even plan a simple trip to the gym with any of my schoolmates. Never leh. I'll give you a very good example. This guy, he's my classmate Nolan. I've known him for 2 years obviously. And the other day he texted me and showed me a picture of him of his shoe and the rope, and it was him telling me that he was going to the gym. I'm like thinking to myself, the hell you give me for what? You post that picture for what? You tell me you go to the gym for what? If Nolan and I were like close mates, right, I'll literally be cheering on him. I was like, yo, let's go, Nolan, you're finally going to the gym. But instead I'm not. But I didn't directly respond to him by saying that, hey, the hell you give me this picture for what? I instead cool down and ask myself, and ask him, when are you going to invite me, man? But he gave me an answer that I kind of knew, but I just cannot confirm. I just cannot prove. See how. And I'm like, okay, I'm never going to see you again in my life again, because look, I will give you this lesson that I learned personally on my own. Nobody has taught me this before, okay? Whenever your friends give you an answer of see how, see first, or I'll let you know later, 99% of the time, they're never going to get back to you. Let's say you want to plan a trip to the mall with your friend, and they give you any of these three responses: see how, see first, I'll let you know later. 99% of the time, this will never happen. Really. You are considered lucky if your friend even bothered to respond to you back, say, oh, I'm free, you want to go Saturday? You are damn lucky if you have this kind of friend. Super. You better please keep this kind of friend, okay? Because I can tell you, it's like finding gold. No, it's like finding diamond, or like the rarest gem. Really. And now, I just remember that I think it was like 2 weeks ago, I saw two Instagram videos about how this girl and this guy, they're not couples, okay? They stopped texting their friends to see who would get back to them, because they have always been a people pleaser and want to always do the same. Now I relate to them, because whenever I had close friends, right, I would always text them and ask them when they want to hang out. Every 2 weeks, 1 month. Now let me get back to the two people that I watch Instagram. They found out that when they do the experiment of not reaching out to their friends for like 1, 2, 3 weeks, right? They found out that 99.999% of their friends never do reach out to them. So I decided to try it on myself. And yeah, the experiment is true. It's accurate. If you're the type of person, right, like me, right, you're always texting your friends, especially the people you're close to with, okay, especially, they never came back to you, right? That's just one sign that they're not friends. Okay? It doesn't determine entirely. I do have friends who I'm not very close to, but they would literally plan out a hangout with me 3 times. And yeah, they may not be my close friends, but I do appreciate that they want to initiate the hangout. I really do. But as my close friends, they just never. Hardly. They never really do text me and hang out. 99.99% of the time, they don't. I never really understand the quote. Sometimes the people closest to you can hurt you the most. I did understand, but I never fully understand, like, why is this even a quote? Until I found out that when I had close friends, I would literally text them every 2 weeks, 1 month, you want to hang out with them. And found out that when I don't text them, they won't reach out to me. Don't get me wrong, they can be very busy, which is acceptable, really. But if they tell you that they are free, they were free all the time, they were just rotting around their bed, maybe it's time for a reconsideration. Now look, I didn't make this video for like me telling a story and some of the lessons I learned. I will tell you a story and some of the lessons I learned here and there. And I'm sure if you do pay attention to the video, you would pick up some of the lessons I do learn. I just want to say one last thing. It will be nice to have some friends who I can hang out with. To travel, that would be sick, man. Besides my family, who I travel with often, internationally, it would be nice. Even if it's to Bali, I don't mind. Because Singapore is right directly next to Indonesia. So it will be nice, really. But until the day that comes, I will just be living my boring and lonely phase of life. But I do hope that I pray that if you're also in the same as me, you do get out of this phase. And if you're new to this channel, and you've just watched this entire video, you can click in the link to follow my socials and my Discord group. Alright. You can chat with other people on the internet. On the Discord, you can even chat with me one-to-one, ask me anything, alright? Just please make sure it's appropriate and that it's related to the topics. Okay? With that said, I'll catch you in the next video. Peace out.